because then you'll find what I've got. You know? Why would I give this up? Plus the fact I'm pretty much 100% convinced that Mel's with me for the right reasons. Now, if you come over here throwing money about and you've got loads of money to throw about, yeah, you'll get somebody that looks quite stunning perhaps and likes all the nice things, the nice shoes, nice clothes, and you'll have to, it's no different here than what it would be in the West. You'll have to keep them in the style they're accustomed to. And if that money ever stops, you know, you'll probably lose them. And can you ever trust the fact that they're with you for you and not for your money? Well, Mel's certainly not with me for money because I ain't got any. Well, I have, but it's all tied up in my house in the UK. Now, I can't sell my house in the UK, and my plan is get a couple of years near retirement. I'll sell my house, I'll buy some land, I'll build some apartments, you know, of course, God willing. And then, you know, I'll only have to get through a couple of years. I'll draw my pension. The UK apparently now is allowing you to transfer your money over to another country. They'll pay it into a bank into another country, so that's going to be good. And then, you know, I've got some income for my wife and my kids if anything ever happens to me. So that's my plan. Now, as long as you come over here and you do your homework, and unless you've got lots of money, you don't pick a place to live to set down roots, like, you know, the foreigner capital of the Philippines, which is one of them, Cebu, one of them, not the, but one of them. You know, if you want to live a good life cheaply, you know, comfortable, then you go out in the provinces. Food's cheaper, accommodation's cheaper. You know, if you've got to be away from these towns. You know, from what I can gather, the messages I get, Filipinos are saying, oh, Naga's quite expensive. It's not cheap, but I wouldn't say it's expensive. The rents have certainly gone up. You know, again, another subject, this guy's saying, look, Chris, can you tell me what I need? I keep repeating myself over and over again. There's no blogger can tell you how much you need, because you've got your rent, you've got your electric, you've got your water, don't forget you've got your visa, and you're always going to have unexpected payments that you're going to have to make. If you get ill and you have to go to the doctor, medication, doctor's visits are really cheap, they're about 300 pesos, but the medication is not cheap. The medication is very expensive here. And if you go for the generic medicine, you don't know what's in it. You don't know if it's any good. You know, I've heard some horror stories as what gets dumped on the Philippines regards medicines. So, you know, like, I'm gambling all the time being here. If my rental income gets shut off, I'm up the creek without a paddle. If I get really ill and I have to have a long stay in hospital, God forbid, I'm up creek without a paddle. So there's all these things you have to think about. But I'm really lucky because I've found the right girl for me, and I love her to death. Yeah, really. And I know she loves me. Well, at least she cares a hell of a lot about me. And look, I've got a lovely son, I've got a lovely daughter. Not what I was expecting, I must admit, but I wouldn't change it for the world. So I'm prepared to take the risks, but I've been pretty lucky, and I'm hoping to be obviously lucky in the future. I'm lucky I've got great subscribers, I'm lucky I've got great patrons, I'm lucky I've got great friends, you know, especially our friend Bill. I mean, my God, Bill's incredible. And if you come here, you might not have what I've had, you might not have the luck I've had. You know, I've had a lot of luck. I mean, things could have been a lot different. Like, for example, if I hadn't met Edward when I did, I'd be quite honest with you, I'd probably be back in the UK now. You know, I helped Edward and he helped me. And we couldn't have, Edward wouldn't be where he is now without me, and vice versa. So I'm very appreciative to my best friend Edward, who I seem to see a little bit more of at the minute, but he's going into teaching. So he's took his exams for teaching and he's passed his exams and stuff. So he'll be moving to Saruma, where Angelica Beach is, and the Angelica Hotel, which I absolutely 100% recommend to visit. It's beautiful. It's like having your own desert island. It's a beautiful place.
This coming summer, do you want to go back there?
Yeah, at some point I think I would like to go back. It's stopped raining now, hasn't it, babe? So I hope you've enjoyed that little tour, and it, you know, you can come here with a lot of money and you can spend a lot of money, because all you'll do is, if you come here with a lot of money, you'll just get a nicer apartment, which will take quite a bit of your money away. You'll just spend up to your income. That's what most people do, isn't it? You know, are you going to bring a lot of money every month over to the Philippines and save most of it? I don't think so. Because if you've got a big income, you'll be travelling round. You know, you'll be going out for meals and eating out and drinking. And, you know, if you come over here on a $600 a month budget, and I'm telling you now, you won't be going out eating out. I mean, we eat out once a month, and that is all we normally do, unless we've got a bit extra money, which is very rare. So you have to take all that into account. You know, if you're living on your own, your electric's probably going to be about 800 to 1,000 a month, as long as you're not using aircon. If you've got aircon, you can double, triple that, because aircon uses a lot of electricity. Or at least the aircons I had used a lot of electricity. Like I say, I'm not an expert on aircon, but I think most who's got aircon will agree. So the cheapest accommodation you're going to get here is about 6,000 a month, and that's probably going to be a one-bed apartment. The houses here are going up in price. My friend Elgin and his girlfriend, his wife, girlfriend, sorry Elgin. Anna, yeah. They are living in a bungalow and it's costing them 20,000 pesos a month. And I said to them it was very expensive. I'm sure I could get something cheaper, but then I started to look round, and not really. You know, if you want a bungalow, that's about the going rate, to be fair. A house will be cheaper, but not the bungalows.
You don't see how.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get off that subject now and get on to what we come here for. But anyway, guys, I mean, if there's anything you want to know and I can tell you, just drop me a private message. Don't message me on the channel, because the chances are I won't reply, because I get that many messages. I don't really reply to many now, as you probably noticed, because that, Facebook and all the rest of it, I just haven't got the time to do it. I mean, if somebody sends me a really long essay, the more chance of me answering it, because if they've put the time in to send me something like that, then, you know, it's only right I reply to them.
It's really Filipino time, right? What time now?
It must be, because it's supposed to, mind you, quarter of an hour. Supposed to start at 3:30, but like Mel says, it's Filipino time. So let's have a look. So from what I can gather, guys, it's a fancy dress, Christmas fancy dress. I can remember last time. Oh, it's the switching on of the Christmas lights as well. So there's going to be lots of local officials here. The mayor's probably going to be here, Mayor Bonga. Yeah. And there'll be a lot of people here once it all starts. They'll not be allowed on here, obviously. They'll be the other side of the barrier.
Some abroad is closed.
Some what?
Some abroad is closed.
They're closing some of the roads off as well, are they?
Because they will have parade.
Yeah.
I think we're going to SM. There.
That's open.
No, it's closed.
Oh, they're closing that one as well.
1, 2, 3, like this. He check, check. 1, 2, 3.
No. Sit down here.
Not yet started.
Yeah, on this side.
Sit down lang at mat. Sit down lang, Daddy's mad.
Please subscribe to Brit in the Philippines.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.